the run blocking scheme and assignment here that ultimately garners Buck Allen a 10-yard gain on a running play. You're going to see the Ravens focus their attention largely on this Mike backer, Jared Davis. Jared Davis had been all over them in the run game, and they've been all over him all day. This is late in the third quarter. Jensen, the center, is going to slip out and allow this angled one shade to come clean, as will this right guard here. But Jensen's going to go out and attempt to kind of seal 40 to this side. At the same time, Ricard is going to cut through and do the same. Jensen gets there first, and part of him, I'm sure, wishes he did not. You're going to see just tremendous violence in how he takes on the block and ultimately puts Jensen on his butt. Don't let anyone ever tell you that football is not a violent game. There's plenty of it to see on this very play. So we're going to see Jensen greet him first, and right on the heels Ricard. They're going to make sure he is not able to cut this run off here. You're going to see Allen sort of follow the fullback, which Jared Davis is going to be. He's going to believe that, and then he's going to put his foot in the ground and cut this way. There's a combo block on this side as well. You're going to see Austin Howard, the right tackle, and the tight end, Nick Boyle, sort of gang up and combo this end here, this 6 technique. Howard is going to kind of keep eyes on this Sam a little bit. He too ends up sort of peeling and getting a piece of Davis here. The Sam, it sort of goes unblocked, and his responsibility, or what he ends up doing, is staying outside to ensure that this run doesn't bounce that way. And so they don't really have to account for him a whole lot. On this side of things, we're going to see Stanley slip out and get up on this Will backer. James Hurst will take on this end, this 5 technique here. Max Williams, they let this guy go, as I've stated. Williams comes over and just hammers this guy, head in his chest. Another piece of choreographed violence to take in here. Let's watch it. First thing we want to watch is Jensen getting out on Jared Davis, and then maybe wishing he hadn't. You can see that's a pretty violent collision there. Jensen's off his feet, and Davis catches him. Boom. Jensen's going to feel that. You can see Ricard kind of follow up on that combo block, and by that point, Buck Allen's through. Pay attention here maybe to Skura. Skura pulls. To what end, I'm not sure. You can see he's lost here. I think he's eyeing either pulling to this Will or pulling to this 5 technique. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming this is sort of a blown assignment on his part. It could be someone else's, but I'm assuming it's him. He sort of gets mid-frame there and realizes he's headed the wrong direction. You see that? Turns around and sees if he can help on that one shade. Maybe he thinks that was his guy. I don't know. I'm thinking he probably was supposed to get out here, but this guy sort of does the work for him. You know, he gets kind of caught up here, and he doesn't need blocking. And then that beautiful block by Max Williams here we want to check out. He's going to catch this guy who finds himself scot-free, or so he thinks. Boom. And then they do that trick there where your buddy kneels down behind you and somebody else pushes you. So here's Buck kind of initially looking like he's following Ricard, his back. And he's going to put his foot in the ground, and he's gone. Big hole right through there. Now, let's look at Stanley. Stanley, I'm not crazy about what he does here. He gets out, he gets on or in the way, and seals this guy here. But then he's going to dip his head, and this Will is just going to push him aside like he's nothing. That does force Buck Allen to account for this guy, this Will, in his run. Now, the Will doesn't get him, but he has to take him into account and kind of move to the side where, watch, see him dip his head, and that's an easy get around. That's an easy shed for this Will. Not a good block. seals him, and then doesn't do anything with him. He's off of him. And watch Buck. Buck, if this guy is sealed completely, Buck can take this as wide as he wants and then cut straight up. Because this guy gets off of Stanley pretty easily, he can influence the path of the run. He takes a dive at him, and Buck's got to dodge him, right? I'm not saying he would have gone for more than 10 here, but it's possible. Certainly more possible. So he's got a dart out there. He could have taken that a little wider in escaping this Sam and then cut up. Anyway, this is a very well, anytime you get 10 yards on a play, you've got yourself a well-blocked play.